Hello and welcome to this video on Never Split the Difference, Negotiating as if your life depended on it by Chris Voss. As the title says, the book is about negotiation and negotiation strategies, tactics. It's super hands-on and has a lot of practical tools, tips and tricks. And as Chris Voss is not the typical business school professor that has a career in negotiation, he also brings quite some other views and viewpoints and tactics into the whole negotiation game. So his background is actually law enforcement, or more precise, he was a lead investigator in hostage negotiation situations internationally. So he negotiated with quite tricky situations, very loaded situations as well. And I do think from this point of view, it's really interesting to get some different views and tactics for negotiation. Now, while you might say, or it might be counterintuitive, like not every situation is a hostage negotiation situation, I do think it's extremely applicable to regular daily life if you negotiate with other people. Sure, the consequences might not be always as dire as in hostage situations, but still he is now working a lot with international business people or in business contacts and advising there, and I think it's really hands-on if you just negotiate a salary increase, if you negotiate with your kid about something or so on. I think it's really applicable, and the whole book is really hands-on. There are a lot of situations that he talks about where you can actually use, or where people used these tactics. So you will learn about tools such as mirroring, just repeating somebody else and trying to also get people to speak up more, to give you more information that you can be useful, so you can find new situations or better agreements. He also talks in the book about not just going and forcing a yes, but embracing a no, and really going there, because it opens up many more possibilities. So you see, it's quite different to regular strategies, but I think it's really super interesting to see having this kind of tools in your toolbox, because it's very useful. And I think overall it's really also a book about better understanding the other party, not looking at them as your opponent, but as a collaborator to find common solutions, and to find solutions that actually are implementable. So in the book he says, or he describes it as, a yes without a how is not worth anything. So meaning that if you cannot implement your tactics, but you just try to get to a yes, you didn't get anything out of the deal. And I think from this point of view, it's really like also a lot about like how you stand your position, how you keep your ground, bargain hard, and by finding a good solution, giving the other the other party a good consideration and your time, and being there, empathic and tactical listening, you might actually figure out new ways to really find good solutions that are acceptable to both parties, and find value where no value was before. He describes it as finding this kind of black swans, this super hidden information, but really that can change your whole negotiation, because a lot of times the real intuitions of people are not completely or directly available on the table. So by discovering them, by being more open, and through tactical and empathic listening, you might really get there and become a negotiation expert. From my point of view, it's a super interesting book. I had Getting to Yes a long time on my reading list. I still haven't read it. I do think there's still some value in the whole book, and he says is it as well. Getting to Yes has a lot of very good tips and tricks and techniques, but some of them have to be a little bit revised, and I do think having both tool sets available is really interesting and important. And having that said, I hope you liked this video and you will enjoy the read of the book. Thank you very much and see you next time.